You put cards in all this, right?
What?
you took off the lens cap, right? The what?
I can eat this small little green rock, right, Tyler?
Oh, you got
No.
peridot too.
All right, so today we're talking crystals, gentlemen.
Today we're talking crystals.
Crystals and rocks.
Stones, minerals, whatever.
Good for the soul.
Good for the soul. You may have noticed in some past videos that some of us, Tyler, myself, Matt, and pretty much everybody but the schmuck over here,
We all carry rocks around our necks.
yes, we carry them. And you may be wondering why they do that.
Yeah, guys, why do you carry these rocks around your necks?
They're pretty.
And?
They're pretty.
They are pretty.
They give off energy, actually.
I do feel the energy. I remember when I think Rich let me hold this one.
That's fluorite.
Or he let me hold one of them, and I felt it, and it was just pulsing in my hand. So
that might have been moldavite.
It was the moldavite, I think. But one of them has, I don't know. You definitely feel something when you get them holding, you know?
Well, they literally have their own frequencies.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it was something I read a lot when people were, because there's like new age ways of talking about crystals where they say that they have these properties, and it's like, I think it's so much that I think some people think that they do, but more so a lot what people are trying to get across is that traditionally people who've been really into these crystals and stuff in the past, they've over time, because of thinking about it or because of cultural norms or because of specific features of the crystals, they've attributed them to having these characteristics.
Since you guys have started wearing these crystals, have you found there to be any noticeable effects from them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I feel a little bit better when I have them, and of course, like that's. There's always the placebo effect, and there always just it feels good to have something that you made a little bit. You put the stones in the cage, and so it feels good. But just I don't know, during the day, like a lot of the time, I'll move in such a way or whatever, and I'll get like one of them, so it just slaps right against the heart underneath my shirt, and just like I get like a little electric surge, like a little second wind. Like it feels nice.
That's good.
And the thing is too is that it's not even just that they like have magic juice in them. Although depending on what you believe, you can put your own magic juice to charge them, just like they do in Aragon, which is pretty cool. It's more so like they have a specific frequency, which they actually do, because that was something I read into. Because you see people talk about them having frequencies, and it's like they actually do. They have their own frequencies based on the size, the shape of them, but more so especially the actual type of crystal and the way the crystal forms and everything. But so it's more so that they have these frequencies, and it meshes with your frequencies or amplifies them in certain ways.
Do you guys have any of favorites?
I love quartz.
Quartz
is awesome. You will find if you start reading into crystals that so many different types of stones and crystals are just a type of quartz, or it forms in quartz, or quartz forms in this. It's like quartz is the most. I think it's the most common mineral, and then it's just so many different types of stones and crystals are just variants of quartz.
Yeah, I think my favorite is the one I have in the cage here. It's Aqua Aura quartz.
Yeah.
It's very calming, and it holds back the rage.
If Tyler didn't have it on,
there's no stopping
we'd
me.
be in trouble. Just in general, and the more I talk to people, it's even if people don't think that these things have any sort of magic power, they're really willing to listen and accept yeah, man, I'm totally willing to accept that you hold this little piece of quartz and does this little bit of thing with your energy and your frequency and your vibe, and maybe that's not totally just placebo effect. It's
yeah,
it makes sense. I mean, we literally have electromagnetic fields. It's just like the planet, just like everything else. We have our own frequencies, so it would make perfect sense that something that has its own frequency that we
can influence
connect.
us.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when we connect
Absolutely.
with it powerfully in a conscious, intellectual way, where we look at this stone, and it's not just quartz amplifies things. because Google said so. It's like then you look into
A little
it and you're
deeper
like,
than that.
No, it's that it has a relatively high frequency. It's that it actually has the capability of being a prism, which is really cool. So like I always joke about the first person to like hold up like a quartz or a piece of prism and actually get it to do like the rainbow effect. What that must have been like.
Wow.
Must be gorgeous. And then there's like it's still used in electronics like to this day.
Yeah.
Like in computers and stuff because it also has a lot of crystals have electric properties. It's called piezo, I think. There's piezo electricity and then there's like pyroelectricity. And I think the pyro doesn't actually have to do with fire, which like throws me the frig off. But the piezoelectricity is certain crystals, especially like quartz. Quartz is a really great example. If you apply mechanical stress to it, it generates and will hold an electrical charge, which is really cool. And fun fact, you actually have crystals in your brain that do that.
I find it interesting that something kind of naturally occurring, or very naturally occurring, can have a property as such of
It's
what
so
you just
cool.
described. That's truly remarkable.
And then all of this is aside from like more scientific, you could say, properties. So like right here, I got a piece of aragonite, and apparently one of its properties is people will put it in aquariums because it helps keep the pH level of the water relatively neutral. So that's cool. I'm like, so basically you have a rock and you can totally explain it in a science way, just like we were talking about before. But in another way, you think about it, you put this rock in water and it makes the water a better living environment for other things. And you tell me that doesn't sound like magic.
For real? Where can someone watching find one of these carriers?
Usually, the cages, like small time jewelry stores or craft supplies like Michael's or any sort of craft shop where you can get like make your own jewelry stuff will probably have the cages. And then honestly, I've just the places where I find the crystals in these the most are just like random little like gift shop type stores. Like it's actually like it's kind of weird, but like a lot of like the stores where I've seen these or found these or have people find them, it's like dedicated specifically to stuff like this. So it's like crystals, incense, Wicca type stuff, wands, magic books, like that sort of thing. And the only recommendation I have when it comes to picking out crystals is like just read a little bit about it. Whatever's most important to you, so like maybe you really care about your zodiac sign, so like go look up and see like what would be a good sign for your zodiac, or maybe you care more about a stone that was really, really important for like a specific people in history. It's like you really like ancient Egypt, but then you could go look and you could find like lapis lazuli, which is gorgeous. I think one of us probably has a piece of it somewhere. But bam, nice.
On the ready.
So yeah, and you know, just find one that interests you, or you don't even have to do that. And then when you go there, the only thing I recommend is
You touch all of them.
yes, feel out touch all of them. Just rub your hand over anything, and just feel out the one. Let it call to you. That kind of sounds weird, but like you'll know. Like you'll pick it up, and it'll feel right in your hand. And then once you get that feeling, don't second guess yourself. Once you have that, don't like turn away and then be like, oh, maybe we should put this back and go for another one. No, keep that one. That's yours. That's your soul stone.
I like that. Very good. I need to get me some of these. I gotta get some rocks soon.
Highly recommend it. And like also like a lot of this, it's really inexpensive. For most crystals, it's like the most expensive thing I think I got. There was one crystal was the moldavite. And that was specifically because it was really rare. And that still wasn't bad. I think it was like...
Is that this one?
No, I have a
it's
few
in there.
pieces. I think the one I got, from the store is right here near the top. It's like this nice moss green color. Moldavite's awesome. This is the most... If I had one stone to recommend to people as like the closest thing that I feel comfortable saying I believe is a magic stone, it's moldavite. Literally formed when a meteor hit the planet and fused with molten earth and threw it up into the atmosphere, and then it rained back down. You get these beauties.
You heard
It's
it here,
incredible.
folks. Magic rocks are real. Whether you believe it or not.
Whether you want to accept it or
Whether
not,
you want-
that's up to you. But they're real.
They're real.
So let us know what you think about crystals and about anything else that's considered, new age. So astrology, magic, meditation, Reiki, Qigong.
Maybe let us know down in the comments too what makes you feel most spiritual as well. We would love to hear some of your stories and what you do.
And any ideas that you have that we could talk about as far as spirituality and stuff like that goes.